about midday right now, and it is Saturday. So today, more wind. I actually love wind, but today is a very windy day. Originally, so there's a ramen festival and a lilac festival happening in Sapporo right now for the next week or two. And originally today we were gonna go check it out, but it's a little, the weather's a little, like, we don't mind, like, it's just cloudy and windy, but I think it's supposed to rain soon. But originally we were gonna go do that, and then tomorrow some people were gonna go hiking. We're like, oh, we'll go do that hike Sunday. But I looked at the hike. Now, I've done a lot of hiking, camping, and backcountry hiking and camping back in Canada, but I haven't been hiking. I think my last hike I did was like last October, so I'm a little out of shape right now. And this hike in particular is a hike that I can do, but it is a little bit strenuous, and I'm like, I haven't been hiking in Japan yet, and I don't know if I want to go gung-ho into a hike that's a bit harder as my first hike. So I'm not going, and a couple of my friends aren't going. We're like, maybe we're gonna do it instead Mount Moiwa, which is a bit of an easier hike next weekend. So instead tomorrow we're gonna go check out the Ramen/Lilac Festival. So today I was like, oh, I have a bunch of free time because I don't really have any homework. I have some studying I can do, but I don't really have any homework. And I was like, okay, I'll run some errands, but I end up kind of just like rotting for a bit watching things. So now it's like 4, which is fine. I do have a bunch of laundry and stuff I need to do, so instead I'm gonna run to the Aeon, to the grocery store to get some laundry detergent and some groceries. I'm also gonna go look at the makeup area because I'm gonna go see if I can get some new eyeliner. Because this one, it's not bad, but it's the one actually I got it at Daiso at the dollar store, like back when I first got here. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should get myself like somewhat of a nicer eyeliner. So I'm gonna go do that. Originally I was like, oh, maybe I'll still go downtown Sapporo and go look at like the Pokemon Center and all of that. But I'm like, oh, by the time I get back it's gonna be late, and we do have hours for the laundry room. Like, you can't be using it past a certain time, and I'm like, oh, I really want to do my laundry. So I think I'm just gonna go to the closer mall, go there, get some stuff done. So I thought I'd bring you guys along. And since it's windy, I thought I would test this out. So I got this. It's those, I don't know if you've seen them, but they like those little spoolies, and it's like you can use it for bangs, and it's supposed to hold your bangs in place. So I was at Don Quixote the other day, and they had a bunch. I didn't get this one because it has Chikawa on it. It was actually one of the cheaper ones, surprisingly, for being branded. So kind of a win-win. I don't know if it works. Yeah, I think this one, because this one says it has different uses, but this one's like it says keeping bangs in place. So gonna try it to see if it works. And then I actually also got this. It's like that hair balm stick, because I have a lot of like broken ends, and like I get all like the fuzzies coming out. So I'm actually gonna try this as well. When I did the kimono rental, the hairdresser actually used that on me. It was a pink one. This one apparently is the extra hold. Okay, sorry, I put on the sweater that I'm gonna be wearing out before I do this. Okay, so let's try this. It's kind of hard because can I put it on the bangs too? I don't know if I should be overlapping that, but it's kind of hard when I'm looking at my camera. So I don't know if I'm putting too little, too much, but I can feel it sliding on. Maybe we'll just put it up here. I don't know if I put too much, and now I'm just gonna look greasy. I'm gonna put a bit more of this. And I realized, I was like, oh, let's see if it stands up against the wind. But the thing is, this isn't the one that makes it like stick to your skin on your forehead. It's just supposed to keep them together. It's like if you see them splitting midday, so. But we'll see how it looks regardless. Okay, let's go to the mall. It's so windy, but it's kind of warm out, so the wind feels really nice. So honestly, feels good. Bangs actually aren't doing bad, so.
あたり198円。マホッケ開き干し。
So I'm back now. It was actually drizzling on the way back, but honestly the rain felt kind of nice because it's pretty warm out. It's pretty muggy. So that was the grocery store. I realized I didn't actually film a lot, mostly because it's Saturday, so it actually was quite busy, and I was like, oh, and I didn't want to be like having my phone out and all of that. But the grocery store is quite large. Like I would compare it to like Superstore for any Canadians watching, or like Walmart. Walmart, Superstore, or whatever. I really like fish actually, so I didn't show you all of it, but the fish section is quite extensive and there's a lot of different types of fish you can get. I got some trout, as you saw, but yeah, the vegetable section is pretty big. Like the store's large, and I like maybe showed you like a fraction of it, also because there was a lot of things that I already have that I didn't need to get, like milk and yogurt and all of that. But yeah, you kind of saw some of the prices there. So for me, when I shop, I always compare it to how much I would be paying back in Canada. So when I convert yen to Canadian, I just go 1-to-1. And then when I look at items, I'm like, okay, like would I get this? For example, so everyone knows that like fruit generally is quite expensive in Japan. That also holds true to where I am in Hokkaido. Again, I think grocery prices and availability of things are gonna probably be range greatly depending where you are in Japan. I'm up in Hokkaido, but I know like a lot of people when they're in Tokyo and stuff, they talk about fruit being expensive. Fruit is expensive, although like some oranges and stuff actually aren't too bad. So it depends what you're buying. Because often too, people will show like those fancy like gift fruits, but for like regular fruit, some things actually aren't too bad. One thing that's actually kind of expensive, again, not outrageously expensive, but compared to what I would pay back home, is garlic. So I actually haven't bought garlic yet. Usually I cook with quite a bit of garlic, but I haven't bought any yet. Mostly because, again, I've been very, very frugal with how I've been shopping for the most part, like very budgety. So there's some like luxuries that I would normally cook with, like spices and garlic and all of that, that I haven't got. But again, I know future me will thank me now for, you know, not buying things, and I'll have more money later to hopefully, you know, get more souvenirs to bring back to friends and family back in Canada. So there's lots of agriculture here though, so like vegetables in general are quite cheap. So I think you saw, I've actually bought some bok choy, but like they have like these nice bags of like spinach and stuff. You saw a lot of those are very cheap. So like the leafy greens actually aren't bad. Like the non-pre-salad made leafy greens. I did also buy like a pre-made salad, but the actual leafy greens are a pretty good price. But yeah, things like the drinks and stuff are often, oh my god, I can't speak, are often cheaper. Like sometimes not by a lot, but sometimes by a decent amount. Like those larger like plastic bottles of like coffee or tea are often like 70 cents at the grocery store, but they're like $1 something, maybe to $2 at the conveni. The little, sometimes those little drinks, like those tea ones with the straws, like those plastic ones, sometimes they're a little bit cheap at the grocery store, but sometimes they're about the same price. But yeah, things like that, like honestly, like if you go, it's better. I remember I would just like stock up on a few of those and then just bring one to school each day rather than going to the conveni. And then yeah, same with the pre-made food and snacks, or like those sandwiches if you really like the conveni sandwiches. And then the pre-made food section I kind of showed you, like the grab and go. I didn't show you all of it because that area is always busy. It's always quite busy, and for good reason. There's a lot of like, you know, pre-made foods available, from like sobas to chicken, sushi, just like everything. Think of like whatever you can see at the conveni, but like more. And usually actually I shop a bit later in the evening. So not a lot was on sale yet, but often if you go closer to closing, they'll mark down things. It's actually really reasonable, especially if you consider like, again, a lot of people, especially I feel like as like foreigners visiting Japan, we're like, oh, the convenience food, this and that, because we don't really have those at like our convenience stores. And those are all good, but they are actually, it's cheaper to buy a lot of those things at the grocery store. So honestly, if you were at like one of the grocery stores more in the evening and things are marked down, grab a couple things, like one thing for like to eat that night. Like I'm gonna eat the croquettes tonight, but a few times I've grabbed like something for the next day and all of that, because like I'm like, oh, I might not have time to cook for school tomorrow, so I'm gonna bring this instead and just heat that up at school instead of going to the conveni. I love the convenis, they're great, but I honestly, after like the second week of being here, I haven't gone to convenis a lot. For the most part, I maybe have gone for like a drink here and there, but I try not to buy food, even though some of the food looks so good. I love the convenience store, but when you go grocery shopping, things like the drinks, as you saw, like I did buy that one Boss frappe drink because I hadn't seen that. Things like that are like less than $1 a lot of the times, or you can get those little like the ones with the straws. And I think, yeah, overall for food, what else is actually milk, where I am, milk, eggs, and yogurt's actually quite cheap here, like dairy and general, minus cheese, but like I guess some basics, at least stuff that I eat often: milk, bread, eggs, water, milk, oh my god, eggs, milk, yogurt, bread are actually quite cheap here. And then like after being here for just over a month now, I have a better grasp of my budget and how I can shop for groceries. But in general, like when I got here, how I was kind of budgeting the best was, I didn't really show, but often I will buy like those packets of like pre-made curry, Japanese curry. Those are often like $1. sometimes, actually I think here, depending on the brand, a few of them were like 80 cents. So like your packages of curry, as well as packages of pasta sauce, like Italian pasta sauce, are also quite cheap. It's actually, here they're like $1.50 plus, but unless they're on sale. But actually if you go to Daiso, they're like 90 cents. Actually, speaking of Daiso, actually, especially my first few weeks here, I lived essentially on eating food from Daiso, and I did buy food from the co-op that was connected to the Daiso, but I would buy, so for the curry, I would get, I don't have a rice cooker, and also actually rice is kind of expensive here right now. I forgot why our teacher was talking about it, but the price of rice has gone up. But I don't plan to get a rice cooker, and I'm really bad at making rice in a pot. So I'll buy like those microwave rices. I won't microwave them. What I'll do is I'll put it in, like, cause I just have my one pot. I'll put it in the pot with the curry and like mix it all and just let it like, essentially just needs to heat up. So that's like my budget struggle meal. It's just instant curry with microwave rice. So essentially it's like, I spend, each meal I make is like a $2, $1 to $2, cause it's like $1 curry, $1 pasta sauce, $1 dried pasta, $1 rice. So that was like a lot of what I was eating. And then I have some instant noodles. I actually haven't eaten a lot of instant noodles, but I have some in reserve, so to speak. And a lot of those again range from like 60 cents to $1 something. And then, yeah, I've only been here for a month, but that's like my food advice slash saving hack slash my grocery habits. But today was actually quite a big grocery shop for me. I didn't show everything, but I think I spent about, in Canadian, it was about $60. So it was like 6,000 something. Oh, sorry, today I spent 66,000. So about 66 Canadian. I just go one for one. But as you can see, most things on the list were like $100. Sorry, I keep saying $1. When I say $1, I mean 100 yen. And I bought 32 items. So not bad, because back in Canada, a $66 shop now, I don't like, and again, I don't really buy expensive things back home in Canada, but like our grocery prices have gone up. It's really bad. So I was able to kind of splurge a bit. Obviously some of this was snacks. So if you weren't buying a lot of the snacks and just like the plain food, usually when I go, so today was a big one, but usually when I go, and it'd be the same too, if you like weren't buying snacks, it's like $15 I spend, 20 maybe. So yeah, so this was quite of a big one. This will sustain me for a while. I forgot to show you, so I think I've shown before, so there's a dollar store, there's a few, so there's Daiso, we have that in Canada, but there's another 100 yen dollar store, I think it's called Seria. It's like, the sign up top says, it's literally is SERIA, I think. So I've been there a few times now, and so this is in the same mall, and I bought, they have a lot of Shima and Naga stuff. I guess it's because we're in Hokkaido, and just for a refresher, if you don't know, it's these little snow fairy, these little long-tailed tits, I think is like the English name for them. Super cute. These are clips. I got them because my snacks, when I open them, I need to close them, so I usually just use hair bands to close bags, but I was like, well, again, I'm justifying it was 100 yen, and because I know I'll use it back in Canada. I went there actually because I wanted to grab some paper towel. So when I was there, I was like, I'll browse. So this was new, and I was like, okay, wait, I have been making lunches and I do kind of need it. It's a little lunch cup, because I thought this would actually be good for like yogurt and stuff like that. And then I got this little card holder, and then I got this was kind of in the stationery section, and I actually got it for makeup. It's just a little mesh bag. And then, okay, I didn't have to get this one, but I have the other one for the bento box, but I was like, there was one left, this one, and I really like that it's just his little face, so I got it. Because again, I know back in Canada, I will use these things, like I cook like all the time, so like back home in Canada at school, just because eating out's really expensive, and I just like cooking, and I have a kitchen in my residence, so I will cook. I actually bought some eyelashes. I occasionally do wear eyelashes, and honestly I always get them at the dollar store, so I bought that. And then I found this, and it's funny because back at Don Quixote weeks ago, I think it was like $5, I bought a bath bomb. And then it was like, it had different Hokkaido animals in it, not just this little guy, but other ones. It was cute. And then I was like, oh. And then I remember the other week when I was at the store, they didn't actually, they had bath bombs. Like, oh, maybe they have one. They didn't, but they had some this time. So again, I thought this would also be cute to add into gifts. And I guess the little guy's squishy, so that was cute. I'm gonna use that one because I want to try it, but again, it was $1, so I was like, it's okay, it's justified. And then yeah, the clips I showed you, and then that was kind of it this time. I didn't actually grab a lot, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's it. I just wanted to show you kind of what the grocery shopping was kind of like here in Hokkaido. And yeah, thanks for, if you've watched this far, thank you. I realize I kind of ramble, but yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm more than happy to answer them. And I'll see you later.